Hey guys, who can defeat Makhachev? No, really, with the advent of Abdulmanap's school, there are no more interesting questions in the UFC lightweight division. And it doesn't matter what name we call, Khabib or Islam, the essence is still the same. We all know what game plans and how these dominant fighters end their fights. Khabib ran over lightweight division, easily strangling a pack of boxers, which did not leave any intriguing confrontations in his legacy. But Islam, from the first his title fight, is much more interesting. But now there are no more interesting fights in the top lightweight division for Makhachev, and perhaps the brightest possible fight is the fight with Alexander Volkanovski. This is the #1 fighter in the rating regardless of the weight category. He's on a series of 21 victories in a row, dominant champ, the one who won Holloway 3 times and already defended the belt 4 times in his weight. Do not forget that before joining martial arts, Alexander played rugby and weighted over 100. So moving from featherweight to lightweight shouldn't be a problem for Volkanovski. Alexander's main trumps isn't in his talents, but where the operating system is: endurance, performance, discipline, stamina. He can successfully work as the second number, holding back the pressure of all sorts of aggressors from Hawaii, but basically he prefers to lead the fight by shooting low kicks from a distance, using jabs to break in closer, and then throwing hooks. His hooks have optimal trajectory combined with high speed. Alex often adds slips to them. In general, perhaps the strongest side of Alex is the exchanges, where it's difficult to hit him, and Volkanovski himself throws with both hands quickly and strongly. This style follows from his complexion. Another undeniably strong trait of Volkanovski is resilience. Holloway and Ortega hit him hard, but even the strikes to the head that knocked Volkanovski down did not affect his coordination. As we can see, Volkanovski can break anyone and has already made it in featherweight, but here lies the main problem of Alex Volkanovski, which perfectly echoes the problem of Makhachev's lack of rivals. There are no tough, top-level fighters in both weights, except for the same Makhachev and Oliveira. In order to defeat Makhachev, you need to have either jiu-jitsu or top-level wrestling, which of course Volkanovski is not even close to. No one has ever seriously tried to fight Alex, and on those occasions that can be recalled, Volkanovski didn't look his best either. Many will remember Ortega's guillotine, but Alexander's merit should not be exaggerated in that he did not tap against Ortega. Brian simply didn't have enough density and stamina. Here's the guillotine, there's a grip, everything is pretty good, and Volkanovski's head is already turning purple, but Ortega doesn't press. He lacks the grip density. He could give the amplitude of movement in the back if he unhooked his legs and was not so focused on controlling the body, but we have what we have. Ortega just lets go of Volkanovski, not the least because of simple fatigue. Will Islam let this go? No. Will his grips be tighter than Ortega's? They will. And he certainly has enough stamina. In confirmation of these words, let's see the next episode where Ortega throws a triangle. Good triangle, good jiu-jitsu, but again he lets Alex go, meeting resistance. Ortega simply lacks density and stamina, and Volkanovski is strong, there are no questions here. The ending of the round speaks for itself. Alexander kicks Brian into a corner and knocks down the barely breathing opponent, so it's difficult to judge the skill of Volkanovski on the ground in the fight with Ortega. Alex gets into submission there too. Well, he gets out pretty well, yes, but you should not compare Ortega with Makhachev. Volkanovski will not gracefully jump out of Makhachev's submission attempts, but he will very much get caught there. As for the stand-up fight, let me remind you of the fight between Alex and Mendes, where Chad was taking Volkanovski to the ground without any problems until he got tired and got hit in the face. Ortega was doing the same, he even catches Alex on the anaconda but then just lets him go, the same case as with the guillotine and the triangle. Will Volkanovski be able to defend against takedowns? No. Will Volkanovski be able to counter Islam Makhachev on the ground? Also no, only a couple of times to get up. The best thing Volkanovski can do while lying down is get on his feet. This is facilitated by literally all of his anthropometry and is dictated by style. But Makhachev can take him down as much as he wants. In a standing fight, Volkanovski should be the favorite. Makhachev is good at counterattacks, but Alex will most likely be faster and will emerge victorious from the exchanges. Although Alex is short, his arms are quite long, but it will not be easy to interrupt at a distance. It is quite difficult to win fencing on jabs and kicks from Makhachev. But most importantly, Alex always runs the risk of missing a takedown for each of his signature moves. The standing favorite is Volkanovski, but there will be a stand-up fight only if it suits Makhachev, so Volkanovski has almost no chance of winning. All the strengths of Alex are countered by Islam's wrestling, and only a miracle can help Volkanovski win. See you next time.